So there was something that I wanted to share that I thought was pretty important to talk about, and it's a topic on the refiner's fire. So oftentimes we're put through trials in life that can be very uncomfortable and even painful. But what if I told you that pain and discomfort was necessary in the process? There's a story of a silversmith who is observed by a group of women. So the first woman asks why he places the silver in the center of the fire where it's hottest. And the silversmith says, that's the only way to remove the impurities. Another asked if he really had to sit there the whole time, eyes fixated on the silver. And he says, yes. If I leave it in the fire a moment too long, it will be destroyed. And then finally, the other one asks, how do you know when the silver is fully refined? And the silversmith smiles and he says, oh, that's easy when I can see my reflection in it. See, when we go through trials, we shouldn't be surprised that we're going to feel that heat, that pain, that discomfort. But it is a necessary process to remove those impurities, to be molded and shaped and refined into becoming the man or woman we were meant to become. So maybe there's a trial that you're going through right now. Maybe you're feeling that heat. Maybe in business, you're being tested. Maybe in your relationships, you're being tested within your physical health, your mental health. Maybe you're struggling with addictions in your life. Maybe you're struggling with past pains. Maybe you're struggling with unforgiveness. And you have to go through this process and it's uncomfortable, but you have to face it by facing the heat. But it is a necessary one. God often tests us with these trials and tribulations, but He wants us to make us in His image. He wants to be able to cast a reflection, and this is a sanctification process. It's never meant to be easy, but it was meant to be able to shape us, form us, conform us, refine us into the person we were meant to become this entire time. So maybe there's a trial that you're going through. You're feeling that heat, but trust me, it is part of the process. And I've had to go through this process for myself coming out of the Marines, even while in the Marines, of course. But I've had to struggle with isolation, addictions, depression, anxiety. I didn't know what direction I was headed in my life. I didn't know what purpose I had in my life. I didn't know who I was. But I had to go through this trial over the course of the past 2 to 3 years to become the person that I could truly be proud of, that could be proud, that God is proud of. Of course, not trying to boast here, but this has been a process that I've had to go through a lot, and I'm still going through it. But I know it's there for a purpose. So, what is that trial that you're going through right now? Let me know in the comments what that trial is for you. If you're willing to be vulnerable and upfront about it, and let's talk. Let's have a conversation.